Right, good afternoon everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me and you can see me okay. Hopefully you can. But I fiddled around with the audio settings yesterday for another video, so hopefully this is working fine. This is just going to be a quick unboxing video for Mandala Stones from Board and Dice, because I'm covering this game tonight on the channel. So 7 PM tonight UK time, I will be doing a live tutorial and playthrough video for the game, which means I need to actually unbox it first and then learn how to play. So this is just going to be an unboxing video, and very pretty front cover. There you go. You can see the back, but let's dive in and see what you get. Chrissy mentioned in the chat that she doesn't know much about this game other than keeps seeing pictures of it. It looks very pretty. That's the same for me. I don't know much about it other than it's supposed to be relatively simple, but a good strategy game. It's an abstract game, most definitely an abstract game. And I have a strange relationship with abstract games because on one side, I don't like abstract games and I don't play abstract games, but then the ones I do play, I actually quite enjoy. Some of them, there are some abstract games I don't enjoy. We will find out tonight with this one, but for now, let's dive in and let's see what we've got. Let's have a look at all of these pretty components that I keep hearing about. So we have a standard size box, as you can see. We have a rule book, which I will be reading later on. Now, what's interesting about this game is the designer, and I might butcher the name, so apologies, Philip, if I get your name wrong. Philip Glowacz, might be right. Philip has worked at Board and Dice for years. Philip is the marketing guy at Board and Dice. How many people who work for board game companies, you know, in roles of, oh, I do the marketing, or I do the graphic design, or I do the whatever, also design games? Very, very few. If you are one of them, let me know. So congratulations to Philip. I've known Philip for a few years. Yeah, congratulations on designing a game and getting it published. What a lot of us can't do. Johannes and/or Sonova is here as well. Thank you for joining in. So let's have a look at what we've got. Have you played this Board Gaming Ramblings? I think you have. I think I saw you cover it on the channel. So I think you've played it. Right. So first of all, we have... these must be player boards. Yeah, so these are... now, if you're expecting thick card for these are not thick card. I personally don't mind the thin card because there are advantages to it, because you can scoop up components at the end of the day. But these look like player boards. Again, I've not read the rules for this game, so don't expect me to know much about it. We are just going to do the unboxing. Now, this is an interesting punch sheet. So we're going to do Paul's punch test on it. There you go. Well, that's come out. So yeah, that is the board. That's good, thick card. Right, that's quite chunky, that is. 2 mil? I think it's 2 mil. Right, so there we go. We have another punch board with, again, one single piece in it. That's not what you want to see. Oh no, hang on. Hang on. I almost lost these. So these are punching out okay? Yep, these are punching out cleanly. Right, so these are the bits you want to see. But we'll get to the good bits later on. Let's, first of all, we have lots of silica gel. I'll be having that sprinkled on my cereal tomorrow morning. Don't eat silica gel. So we have an insert which fits everything in. I think it fits everything in, yeah. So let's have a look first at... So we've got some big wooden pieces here. Yes, Paul's punch test has been passed. So yeah, these look like artists' palettes, Chrissy says. Now, although I've not read the rule book yet, I have seen some pictures and people have referred to these as artists. So I'm assuming there is an art theme in the game, even though it's an abstract game. So I've seen these referred to as artists. So there's 2 of these, quite big and chunky. In fact, there's 4 of these. And we got some little black markers as well. Right, okay. Now, got some cards. Now, this looked to me like reference cards. Yeah, 4 reference cards. Oh, and some scoring cards as well. Don't know what these are. Maybe everybody gets one at the start of the game. These are a little thin. Yeah, these are thinner than normal card thickness, but you're not, I assume you're not going to be like shuffling these or using them, you know, as normal cards. So that's fine. Right, okay, on with the pieces. We might zoom in a bit. And there might be a lot of click-clacking noises. And the 3D camera, not the 3D camera, the overhead camera, I don't have a 3D camera, no, it might capture them. But basically, yeah, these are really, really nice. So a couple of people have asked me, what the quality of these pieces are like, and of course I don't know yet. They're not as heavy as chips, so don't expect them to be really, really heavy. I mean, the box wasn't too heavy. So yeah, these are not particularly heavy chips, but from the little I know about the game, you will be placing these on here and you will be stacking them up. Now, I'm lucky that I'm not colorblind in any way, which means I can see the different colors clearly here. And I know Board and Dice normally do pretty good components in terms of color blindness, so hopefully these are good colors for color blindness. The pattern is the same on each one, and it looks like there's the same number of each one. So yeah, these are nice pieces. As I say, not particularly. If you were expecting, you know, super heavy pieces, they're not. They're also not. So I'm not saying they're really light. I'm just not saying they're normal weight. But yeah, they go on there. They stack up, and I can't show you what they'll be like sideways. Oh, there are two different patterns, says Adam. Are there? Oh yes, there are. Ah, right. Okay, there's two different patterns. I've just noticed. Thank you very much. So the purple ones, yeah, okay, so there's two different patterns, which is obvious now that you've mentioned it. It's just all of the ones of one pattern were over that side. Presumably they came in the other bag. So yes, the patterns are different. Look the same quality as the Azul tiles. I have played Azul, but I don't own a copy of it, so I can't compare. Otherwise, I would have done. But anyway, that is it. Now, soon, in about, I've got to pop downstairs and have a bite to eat. In about 10 or 15 minutes time, I will be doing a behind the scenes Patreon only video where I'm going to be learning this game from the rulebook. So if you are a Patreon supporter and you're on the Slack channel, I will be posting a link on there in about 10 or 15 minutes time where I am literally going to be reading through the rulebook and learning how to play the game. Then I'm going to have a practice teach of the game. I'm going to teach Vicky how to play the game. And then it's all in preparation for tonight. But 7 o'clock tonight is when I'm doing the actual video. So yeah, rulebook wise, again, I can't comment on the rulebook yet because I've not looked at it. Peter is asking if they are different patterns on different sides. They're not. Each piece has one pattern on it. It is either that pattern or it is that pattern, and it's the same on both sides. But yeah, so this is the rulebook. It is 8 pages in total, although page 1 is the front cover, so that doesn't count. Pages 2 and 3 are just the components. So in terms of rules, we have 1 page for setup, and then we have page 5, page 6, page 7 for playing the game, and that's it. So it's not going to be a long video this afternoon, which is why I want to play it a couple of times just to practice it and get it all ready before tonight. But yes, Paul Snuggs and Emily are coming around this evening, doing my COVID test this afternoon so that I'm all safe and clean. And then, yeah, join me later on for a playthrough of it. If height is important, and I think it is, I think you're going to be putting pieces. So I think the overhead camera is not going to be enough, which means I will be setting up Battle Cam for tonight. We are going to have an extra camera on the side, which is going to take a side view of the game. I will do something clever for the cameras tonight for that. But that's everything. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me for this quick unboxing video. Thank you very much to all of my Patreon supporters that help fund the channel. And I will be seeing some of you in about 15 minutes for the Paul Learns How to Play. And I'll see the rest of you tonight, 7 o'clock UK time for the live playthrough. Take care. I'll speak to you soon.
Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.